Good evening everybody. Myself Kalantri Nikita. You are watching Lawputra YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss the provision regarding the commission which is defined under Order 26 of the Civil Procedural Code, and the detailed provision regarding the power of the court to issue the commission is defined under section 75 to 78 of the Civil Procedural Code. Before entering into the section, let's just first see that why there is a need to appoint the commission by the court. Court appoint the commission because there are some work which the court itself can't go visit and examine the things and the witnesses. So for this purpose, the court appoint the commissioner whose work is to go and to visit some place, to examine the witnesses and the things, and to collect the data and to make the report for the same. And such report is need to be required to be submitted in the court of the law. For the better understanding, let's take one example. This is a person A's house and this is a person B's house. In between their house there is a land which is a disputed land between these two parties only. So here person A is claiming that person B ने 1-2 फीट लैंड आगे बढ़ा दी है, and a person B is claiming that person A ने 1-2 फीट लैंड आगे बढ़ा दी है. So here what court will do? Court will not go and see किसने क्या किया है. So in spite of this, the court will appoint one person who will be called as a commissioner, whose work is to see and to visit that place to know that किसने क्या किया है. So basically we can say that when the court appoints such type of work for the court proceeding, when the court delegates such kind of work to any person for the court proceeding, then such person will be known as a commissioner. One of the important thing which should be kept in mind under this section is the power of the court to issue the commission is discretionary, and the such power can be exercised for the complete justice between the parties only. In the case of Badhuwa Mukti Morcha versus Union of India, it is the case of 1986. In this case, the court addressed one question, that how the court can exercise such power. So here it is said that the court can exercise such power either on the application of the party or by its own motion. So this is some of the basic fundas of the commissions. Now section 75 is defined, give or lays down the list of the purposes where the court can issue the commission. First is to examine the witness, second is to make the local investigation, third is to adjust the account, fourth is to make the partition, fifth is to hold the investigation, sixth is to conduct the sale, and the last is to perform the ministerial act. Each point we will be seeing in a detail. So the first is to examine the witnesses. As a general rule, the evidence of a witnesses is taken in the court of the law, but there are some circumstances or there are some cases where the person who is a witness can't come into the court. Let's say for example a person who is a Sikh or a Paramhansa who always remain naked, a witness who apprehend that there is a danger of his life when he attends the court. So these are some of the grounds where the court may issue a commission for the examination of witnesses. But in Marceline Fernando versus Saint Francis Xavier Church, AIR 1961, in this case it was contended that the power cannot be exercised by the court when a witness is a man of a rank or having a social status. We can take the current example which is of Rahul Gandhi, that a criminal defamation case is filed against the Rahul Gandhi in the Surat district court on a remark of Modi's surname. So here the court can't appoint a commissioner to examine the Rahul Gandhi because he is a man of work or having a social status. Right. Apart from this, the court may issue a commission for the examination on the interrogatories on the following grounds. What are the following grounds we will see is, first is when a person is exempted from attending the court, second is when the person is Sikh, or a third is a person who is residing outside India, fourth is a person who stays outside the jurisdiction of the court. These are some of the grounds where the court have a power to appoint the commissioner and to examine the witnesses for the same. Second which we have is to make the local investigation. The court may issue a commission to make a local investigation. Under this head, let's take example that to ascertain the market value of the property, the commission can be appointed to know that कौन से property पे कौन सा दाम चल रहा है. Second, to know the damages, that किसको कितना damages हुआ है, किसको कितना injury हुआ है. Third is to know the men's profit, and the men's profit only be claimed on the immovable property. So after having a local investigation, on an or an inquiry, certain clarification is made, and on such clarification and on such evidences, a proper justice can be held. Third one which we have is to adjust the account. In any suit, in many suit where there is a need to maintain the book of account, then in such cases कोर्ट खुद P&L account या फिर बैलेंस शीट या फिर ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट खुद नहीं बनाएगा. So what court will do is court will appoint one person who's what he will do is he will examine whole book of account. He will maintain the P&L account, trading account. He will check this kind of account, and the report for the same will be submitted in the court of the law. Report of the commission, the report which has been provided by the commission will be taken as an evidence in the suit. Fourth one which we have is to make the partition. It is defined under Rule 10A, where under this head, where a preliminary degree has been passed for a partition of the immovable property, then in such degree court already mentioned that किसका क्या right है, किसको क्या मिलना चाहिए है, who possess what, who possess which type of share, ratio of the allotment of the shares. These all things are already mentioned in the degree. So here what commissioner will do according to the direction which is given by the court, the only work of the commissioner is to execute such direction. According to the in one of the case, that is Tushar Kanti versus Savitri Devi, it is the case of 1996. In this case, the court held that the court, after hearing the objections of the party, can make the final allotment, or because the decree which has been passed is a preliminary degree, and the final allotment can also be done after the preliminary degree has been passed. Fifth one which we have is to hold the investigation. Under this head, let's take the example of scientific investigation. Scientific investigation is not going to be done in the court of the law. For that, the person is required to visit the lab and to take the reports from the lab. So here the court will appoint the commissioner to visit the lab and to take the report and to submit such report in the court of the law. Next which we have is to sell the property. It is a Rule 10(6), Rule 10C. Under this head, some movable property is in the custody of the court only, and such movable property is of perishable in nature. So here the court court appoint a commissioner directing him to conduct such sale and to give a report to the court. Last one which we have is to perform the ministerial act. Here what ministerial act means, there are some cases or there are some situations where the calculation or the accounting is required to be done. So here it is not the work of the court to calculate something or to make an accounting. It is not the work of the court, and it will be the wastage of the time if the court is used to calculate some things or used to do accounting, right? So here court will appoint one commissioner who will make the calculation, who will do all the accounting work, and what is the result and what will be the result of such calculation. Such report will be submitted in the court of the law. So yeah, these are some of the list, or we can say some of the purposes which is defined under these sections. Next which we have is the power of the commissioner. So here we can see that the power of the commissioner is to issue the summon to the witnesses, or to examine the witnesses, or he can enter into a premises, or he can enter into the land or the building, and also he can proceed the ex partes order also. So here under the rule 15 it is defined under all the expenses must have all the expenses for the which is related to commissioner is have to be bear by the party only. Next one which we have is the limitation. So here the court used to delegate some power or some work to the commissioner, but the court can't delegate the judicial function to the commissioner. Like the court can't the court will not delegate the function like to do the value of the property or to scrutinize the vote at the election. This kind of work is a judicial function which the court will not delegate it to the commissioner. In the case of Padam Sen versus State of Uttar Pradesh, AIR in 1961. In this case, it was held that a civil court cannot appoint a commission to seize the account of the party just because or on the ground that another party will tempered or make a change in an evidence or in a document. Next one which we have is the report of the commissioner. Whatever the report has been provided by the commissioner is a prima facie evidence, and the facts and the data which has been collected by the commissioner will take as an important piece of the evidence, and the court can't reject such report unless and until there is a sufficient ground for rejecting the same. And the last but not the least which is defined under this section is this section doesn't apply to the High Court and the Supreme Court in the exercise of power under this section. That's all. Thank you.